What them a go do ya now? NEWLINK and the attack now. Bring a old chain setter. NEWLINK.
Greetings and blessings, my viewers and subscribers. So today, my people, I'm here to talk about this very sad incident, and it's an ongoing investigation where they're trying to find Sudishka or Sudishka Konaki. You understand? And this is about an American college student who went missing while on the spring break vacation in the Dominican Republic. So, Sudishka Konaki, my people, she is 20 years old, and basically, just recently, she was vacationing in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana, and then, for some reason, she can't be found. Well, they have done a lot of checks, a lot of search, and my people, she still can't be located. Right now, they have FBI from the United States of America, who is currently in the Dominican Republic in Punta Cana, who are also doing their search in trying to find Sudishka. So, this story, my people, it is hitting international news right now, where they're asking everyone to please join in force and share this, because honestly, my people, they are praying and they are hoping to find Sudishka. Well, as you can see this video footage, my people, this is the last video footage of Sudishka Konaki before she went missing. You can see two of her friends, they're there, and this guy, he's there with them also. Basically, this guy, he didn't travel with them like they were friends. They met at the resort, my people. You understand? When they were conducting their interview, he gave like 3 different type of story, which for me, I think the main focus to be on him. You understand? That's my perspective right now, based on my instinct. The way how she walked, my people, you can see that she was basically under the influence. You understand? Like she was drinking, a little intoxicated, and this guy was holding her up. You can definitely see he's up to something. Her 2 friends, they were there by themselves. And I will always say this, like, as friends, female, when you're vacationing, stick together. You understand? Stick together. But I know people vacationing and they met at a hotel, they become friends, then she may like the person or whatever. I don't know what really went down there, but I'm just saying. Well, I also have a recording, my people. And this recording is from someone who was also vacationing at the time at the resort, at the Rio Resort in Punta Cana, where this story unfold, or this tragic incident unfold. And she's given some updates pertaining to what really went down. So this hotel also has some question to answer too. So I'm going to share these recording, my people, from this female who was basically vacationing at the time of when this incident unfolded. So just check this out.
My name is Delani Sweeney, and I stayed at Rio Republica from March 3rd through March 7th. I was on a spring break trip with 3 of my friends from college. My heart just breaks because I know that it could have been any one of us or anyone at that resort. Just the thought that there was no kind of like beach safety or protocol going on, and that the night that she did disappear was the night that everything was kind of going on and was so chaotic, and people were staying out later by the pools or on the beach because they had no AC in their rooms and it was so hot, and that's like kind of the only way they could cool down or have any just like relaxation at all. It just makes me a little bit mad and also just like sad. On the second day, so Tuesday, when waking up, we had discovered that there was no running water, the toilets wouldn't flush, the sinks wouldn't turn on, the shower wouldn't turn on. in that scenario, we weren't as quick to be like, oh my goodness, like everything's failing. We just thought it was maybe a little mishap and just put in a request for the water. And during that time, we just had used bottled waters to kind of just do everything that we needed to do. It wasn't until Wednesday morning, 1:30 a.m. around that time is when everything kind of shut off and the whole resort just went dark. Nothing was working. And it didn't turn back on until I think around 6 a.m., but only for an hour. And then it turned back off again. And in the morning, we still had no running water. So we had to use the bottled waters again. At that time, we left the resort for an excursion. And when we came back around 6 p.m., that's when we thought the resort had power back, but it was only half of the resort. So the half of the resort farther from the beach had electricity, they had Wi-Fi, they had running water, they were completely fine. But the side that we were on, closest to the beach, didn't have power, didn't have Wi-Fi. We had a little bit of running water, but also the water that we had was just very, very cold. So when it came to that, we kind of just showered in the dark with our flashlights, and then used bottled waters, like again, to just brush our teeth, do everything. But our room was entirely just pitch black, so we had to use our flashlights to kind of see around everywhere. But then what comes with that is that your phone battery is like dying as you're using the flashlight and just trying to use it to either communicate with like friends or family back home on the situation that's going on, or just trying to put requests in on the app. When the power went out and we were at the customer service desk, there was a lot of people just waiting in line. There were people waiting in line because they were on the half that didn't have any power, Wi-Fi, anything like that. And then there was also people waiting in line because their key cards weren't working. And because there was no electricity, they couldn't open their doors because the systems were also down too. But then since the systems were down also in the lobby and they couldn't do anything, a lot of people were just sitting outside, sitting in the lobby. A lot of people were charging their phones in the lobby. I don't think there was any open plug available because everyone was in the lobby. There was about 30 to 40 people in the gym that were charging their phones. They had unplugged the machines from the chargers, and we were using those to charge our phones. And people were just sitting on the floor, sitting on the machines, just like waiting to kind of just like get their phone to at least 50% so that they could use it. So anytime we were in our room or farther on the resort closer to the beach, there was no Wi-Fi. When I was trying to call my mom or trying to text like any of my friends, none of my texts or my calls were going through because I was also using WhatsApp because of international calls, and none of like text, phone calls, anything was going through. It wasn't until we walked to the other side of the resort or got like closer to the lobby, which was like in the middle of the two, that Wi-Fi was then working, and we could somewhat use it. The Wi-Fi was still like very, very slow because so many people were on it, but it was still there versus in the room, we had no service at all. The entrance to the beach is somewhat close to our room. So when walking around the resort, when we were trying to find like somewhere to eat, but everything was kind of closed, we could see the beach and it was pitch black. We've also been on the beach before, even when power was on, and there was a little twinkle of light that led out to the beach. And even when we were on the beach, it was still pitch black and hard to see. So even in a power outage, you can't see anything at all. And there's no like lights or lanterns or anything on the beach to kind of illuminate it to help someone if they are on the beach. When you go down there, you can't see anything. The only thing that you can see is just like pitch black, maybe a couple stars in the sky or lights from surrounding resorts farther down the beach, and then you can just only hear like the waves of the ocean. Yeah, so the current and the waves, the waves were really big both of those days, even during the day and at night. I think we went down there Thursday night and the flag was still red from the previous days and the waves were a lot heavier, but we didn't go in the water. We just stayed on the sand and maybe stayed on the beach for maybe 20 minutes and then went back. Throughout our entire trip, we received no communication from the hotel whatsoever, even with the power outage or when she went missing. No communication from the hotel asking if anyone had seen anything, for anyone to look out for anything, nothing of that sort. It wasn't until we left the resort and we were in the airport that another group of girls that we were with had told us about the situation and that she was missing and that people were talking about it. It wasn't until we left the resort that we heard from other people about it. And since then, we still haven't heard anything from the hotel or any kind of like apology for anything that had happened with like the power outage or with her missing or any of their efforts or anything like that. About Sudishka's story, and just people paying more attention to it, sharing the story, reposting it, doing whatever they can to kind of get the word out there, because someone does know something and it's just about asking the right people. So if we can bring more attention to it and also bring more attention to it so that more people that do go and visit the island or decide they still want to visit this resort do know what goes on and what to be careful of and what to look out for and how to take care of themselves in those situations, just to bring more awareness to the situation and to her story. And just like my heart goes out to her friends, her family, everyone that's kind of involved, because I can't even imagine what they're going through at this moment.
Well, my viewers and subscribers, as you can hear this female, right? And basically what she's saying, like, there was no light for hours. There were no water for hours at this resort. So what really went down, my people? What really went down? And she's saying that the wave in the ocean was really bad. You understand? As I said, my people, from your look, you can see that she was a little intoxicated. So this guy, back to this guy, in the video footage with her, is my main person of interest to tell the whereabouts of Sudishka Konaki. He is. The Dominican Republic, I should say, I visited there a lot of time. It's my favorite country for vacationing. You understand? Yeah, naturally. It's beautiful, nice place, beautiful women for sure. You understand? You can find it there. Beautiful people, nice people. So what I'm saying, I've visited Punta Cana before. It's a great place, and I would say it is the best place for vacationing as a tourist in the Dominican Republic. And you know what about the Dominican Republic, what I love? For tourists, they ensure safety is there guaranteed. Everywhere you go in a tourist area in the Dominican Republic, you will see police patrolling, whether they're walking, whether they're riding their bikes, or whether they're driving. And you're going to see cameras all over in these tourist areas. You understand? So what I'm saying is, my people, the police, the government is doing a big part in protecting tourism in the Dominican Republic. So that's why now the main focus, as I'm telling you, my people, is within this resort. And the main person of interest for me is this guy. He is the one they should have questioning to give the full whereabouts of Sudishka. Because I can tell you, he knows something, my people. He do know something. So it's whether if she and him went into the water or something happened, then whatever, she swept away. But still, she could have been located. She'll be floating somewhere, right? What is really going on? Why these powers was out for so long? And then you can't give these people no update, no compensation, nothing. For hours you have to be without water to shower, no light in your room. What is really going on? So this hotel also is to be held accountable. You understand? For the actions. Because think about it. Yes, we know natural things can happen, but there should be a backup system, right? You're operating a big all-inclusive hotel with thousands of people inside. There you should have a backup system, whether for water, whether for electricity. So this thing, if I can guarantee, if you would have got your lights all over the place working, properly things been done, maybe we wouldn't. Or I can guarantee 90% we would not have this situation going now, where Sudishka, a 20-year-old college student, just vacationing, and then she went missing. My people, all I'm saying, and we need to spread this out there, the word. Don't judge Punta Cana, the Dominican Republic. As I said before, the government is doing a fantastic job when it comes on to tourism. When you go to the airports, when you go, I'm telling you, my people. But within these resorts, oh my gosh, then trouble can be there. You understand? Remember, these are all private sectors operating. This is not owned by the government. You understand? They control their operation. So when these things unfold and we see things like these happen, this is when the government will step in and do what they got to do to these private, people who are operating these stuff. But for now, I'm praying and I'm asking God up above to please let Sudishka, Konaki come home alive. Her family, her friends, everyone, even visitors, everyone is praying and hoping for the best, which I'm also. But my people, for now, we just hoping and praying for the best. Please remember to do like, do share, do comment, and do subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And follow me on all social media platforms, Instagram, Facebook, X. You don't know, it's NEWLINK from NEWLINK Production. You don't know the thing, my people. Blessed love. Peace out. I'm out. I pray, my people, I'm here hope for the best. You understand? Only Jah sees and he knows.